You know that feeling, right? That mix of excitement and, let's be honest, a little bit of dread when you're getting your hands on a powerful new dev tool. You know it can do incredible things, but first, you've got this massive learning curve to get over.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. You're staring at the docs, you can see all this potential, but you have absolutely no idea where to even start. You don't know what a good setup even looks like. It's a classic developer problem.
And that's exactly the problem our story's hero, Alvaro, ran into. He's the creator of Kiro Hub, and when he first started using the AI tool Kiro, his own words pretty much say it all. He was totally overwhelmed, completely lost. So that really gets us into our first big idea here, this developer's dilemma. It's what you could call the paradox of choice. See, the issue wasn't that Kiro was a bad tool. Quite the opposite. Its power and all its flexibility created this paralyzing feeling for anyone just starting out. And just look at this table. This is why it was so much to take in. To really use Kiro well, you got to get your head around steerings, hooks, agents, skills. I mean, you've got a whole new vocabulary to learn. Each one is a super powerful building block, but for a newbie, it's just a long list of words. Where do you even begin? So what did people do? Well, what we all do, right? You start digging through blog posts. You're asking questions on Discord. You're saving random little snippets you find, hoping they'll come in handy later. It was just this endless, frustrating cycle of starting from scratch every single time. And the worst part? You had no clue if any of it was actually any good. So, faced with all of his mess, Alvaro did what the best developers always do. He built something. And that brings us to the solution, building a community hub. He took his own personal frustration and turned it into a solution that could help everybody. And that solution is Kiro Hub. Honestly, the idea is brilliant because it's so simple. It's one single place, driven by the community, where you can find, share, and install all these Kiro resources. The easiest way to think about it, it's basically NPM, but for Kiro. It's a registry, not for code, but for the AI context that really makes the tools sing. I mean, this is a total game changer. It takes the job of configuring your AI assistant from this lonely, painful chore into a real community effort. Instead of every single person out there reinventing the wheel, now you can stand on the shoulders of giants and use what the best people have already built.
Okay, so what makes Kiro Hub so special? Why isn't it just, another website with a list of links? Well, it has a few superpowers that really bring this whole community idea to life.
All right, superpower number one, and this is a big one, AI-powered quality scores. Remember that huge problem of just not knowing what's good or what's junk? This feature tackles it head-on. Kiro Hub doesn't just show you a list, it actually evaluates the resources for you. So here's the cool part, how it actually works. Someone submits a new resource. Right away, an AWS Lambda function wakes up and hands that resource over to an AI model on AWS Bedrock. That AI then acts like a super smart code reviewer. It checks for quality, for clarity, for reusability, and then it automatically gives it a score and tags it. So when you sort by top rated, you can actually trust the results. Okay, superpower number two is for all of us who basically live in the terminal. A command line interface. Because let's be real, who wants to leave the command line if you don't have to? It's so simple. You just run a quick command like npx Kiro Hub search to find what you're looking for, and then npx Kiro Hub add to install it. And boom, it puts everything in the right folder for you. No more messing around. It's fast, it's seamless, and it just fits right into your workflow. So Alvaro builds this incredibly useful tool to solve his own problem. He puts it out there. And what happens next is just wow. It's a perfect example of what happens when a community gets behind a great idea. It went from a little side project to a whole ecosystem. So picture this. Alvaro posts about his little project on Reddit. At this point, it has just over 2,000 resources, which, hey, is already pretty impressive for one person, right? A really solid start. But then the community got involved. And that number didn't just grow, it absolutely exploded. Today, Kiro Hub is sitting on over 10,000 resources. That's just incredible growth, all fueled by people chipping in. And if you look at the breakdown here, it's wild. The biggest chunk by far, over 6,000, are steerings. Those are the critical files that literally give the AI context about your project. It's like the community came together to build this massive shared brain to make the AI smarter for everyone. And Alvaro's quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? What started as him just trying to solve his own problem became this huge platform. It's just such a great story. Solve a problem for yourself, and you might just end up solving it for thousands of other people too.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a minute and talk about the big picture here. Why does something like Kiro Hub really truly matter? What does this mean for the future of coding with AI?
At the end of the day, it comes down to this. Your AI coding assistant is not magic. It's only as smart as the context you feed it. Yeah, a generic AI is cool, but an AI that actually understands your project, your team's specific coding style, now that's a real game changer.
And that's exactly the edge Kiro Hub gives everyone. If you're new, you get up to speed super fast with patterns that are proven to work. If you're a creator, you get to share your work and get recognized for it. If you're on a team, you can all get on the same page instead of making stuff up as you go. It basically turns this lonely struggle into a massive team win. And it's not over. The next big thing they're working on is stacks and templates. So imagine being able to install a whole curated setup for, let's say, a React project with all the best testing tools with just one command. It's all about making that initial project setup time practically zero. So I'll leave you with this final thought. We spend so much time and energy trying to craft the perfect AI setup from scratch for every new project. But what if that perfect configuration, the one that's been tested, tweaked, and perfected, what if it's already out there, built by the community, just waiting for you to find it?